Hello everybody and a very warm welcome back to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. It is Monday. It is an exciting week. It is our Launchapalooza, as I'm calling it. That's not the official title. It is the Launchapalooza, where this week we have got six launches right across the week. The first one of which hopefully you saw earlier on, launch day. You were here, right? At 1 o'clock UK time. The brand new collection with our illusion film and the dies is absolutely flying still. That is still available for you in showstoppery form, just on the collection on its own, and also individuals. As far as the showstopper is concerned, over 40% of the stock's gone, and the film on its own is disappearing. If we get a chance during this show, we'll touch on that later. But as an overall kind of umbrella for the month, it's National Craft Month, of course, still continuing, and you may or may not know that we're doing codes each and every week. This week's code is NCM Sewing, so you're going to get an extra 30% off your sewing and needlecraft with that code. There's a section on the website, basically. Check that out, and under that section you'll be able to use that code to get 30% off a whole range of projects. And if you love your soft craft, make sure you're with us Friday. Becky Swan is back, and we've got 2 brand new launches, so if you know anyone who's into their soft craft, point them our way. This show though is all about our craft along. Yes, we have got an amazing project lined up for you, and it's going to be one of our quicker craft alongs, if you like, because it's just an hour, but your opportunity to get involved if you've got all the bits and pieces lined up. If you haven't yet got the collection which we're going to be talking about, the Embossed Frames collection, then I'll give you all the details you need in just a little while as to how you can pick up the embossing folders and dies and a showstopper collection too. However, let's introduce you first of all to the lovely lady who has been with me all day, who is here to bring this magnificent craft along to you. It is the one and only, wearing her specs as well, superstar Susie would be proud. It's Debbie. How are you?
I'm really good, yes, all fed and watered and raring to go. And I've got to say, I'm actually loving an hour craft along. Yeah. And it's not because I get home early. I mean, obviously,
yeah, me neither.
It's a bonus, it's a bonus.
Yeah.
But do you know what I was thinking today though, Ben? What's really nice is it makes us simplify some projects, and it makes it doable for everybody else, because sometimes not everyone's got 2 hours to spend on a craft along. So to have an hour one and get some basics done, I think is a really good format. So, and I love a 2-hour craft along, because then we can get lots done, we can really take our time, and it's lovely. But that hour one is really good for someone that wants to just do, or only has an hour in their day, because some people only have that maybe in their week, let alone their day. So it's a great one to start with. So we're going to be making this beautiful card, and I thought, because it's the embossing folders, the framed ones, it'd be nice to show you how you can make a simple actual card blank with it as well. So we're going to be doing this using our ink pads, and I do have a shopping list for you as well. So let me tell you that first before we go back to Ben, so you know exactly what to get ready. Now, what I've used is the Happy Butterflies embossing folder framed die and stamp set. I've also used the Lemon Meringue, the Sailor's Wake, and the Vintage Merlot in our Duet ink pads, but you can use whatever ink pads you want, really. It really doesn't matter on colours. We're using a quick drying ink pad in jet black, although I'm just going to use one of our alcohol proof one, because I couldn't find a quick drying one in the studio. We're using the silver gilding wax, the multi-purpose cardstock. I'm also using the fabulous fuchsias seam binding ribbon and the pearls as well, just to decorate. We've then got some extra elements that you'll need, which is obviously your Gemini die cutting machine, your scoreboard and score tool, a magnetic stamping platform, your blending tool, scissors, pokey tool, dotted tape pen, and some foam pads as well. And that's all you need. So nice and simple. Gather those things together, or if you prefer, just watch the show and then you can watch back later.
Excellent. We'll give you just a couple of minutes to get those bits and pieces together. If you do want to craft along, I've got the deal for you here as well, in case you haven't yet got it. But on the socials tonight, Becky is in charge, and already in saying hello is Mary Beth Doyle. Hi again from Minnesota. Hello. Rennie Belter says, hello everyone, long time since I've caught a live show. I hope everyone is well and having a fantastic day. We are. And Kendall Serafian says on Facebook, hello everyone from Minnesota. The Embossed Frames 6-piece showstopper is brilliant actually, because what you're going to get with this is plenty of bang for your buck. These are all of the 3 collections that you're going to get within the showstopper. This is the Blooming Roses, and as you'll see Debbie uses, what you get is a beautiful embossing folder. do the embossing folder with your dies as well. So you've got the options here just to create a really beautiful embossed frame. If you then decide that you want to incorporate the dies as well, you can, and it's just brilliant because you can die cut out your shape. You can then get that beautiful emboss, but you've got multiple dies here too, so you can cut out that frame, you can cut out the inner aperture, leave that in there if you want. There's so many different possibilities, but the combination of the die working side by side with the embossing folder is absolutely brilliant, and you get a stamp with each set as well. So this one says bloom where you are planted, alongside the roses, of course. Any collection would not be complete, would it not, without butterflies, and it looks like this is the one that Debbie's going to be using in her demo. Again, you've got all of your dies there and that beautiful embossing folder to create these beautiful projects. Wishing you much happiness today and always is your stamp in that set, and then you're also going to get your beautiful world, which is all of this stunning foliage. Once again, same sort of makeup here as far as your dies and embossing folder is concerned, and you've also got your stamp in there as well, which is friends make the world beautiful. If you just want to go for individuals, you can. If you just want to go for the collection on its own, you can. But if you go for the showstopper, for an extra £20 or $20, I'm going to give you £34 or $45 worth of stuff. And that stuff is as follows. You're going to get one of our glue tape pens. Of course, that's one of the original ones. £22 or, sorry, £22, 22 metres or 72 feet. You're also going to get the rocker blocks. So you've got the 2 large rocker blocks in that collection. We are also going to give you your 5x7 craft card, which is envelopes and the actual card blanks themselves, and card. 60 sheets of our multi-purpose card included too. So as I say, that's the showstopper, which should cost you an extra £34 or $45. It's $20 when you go for this collection. So £52, $68. And as I said, if you just decide you want to go for individuals, you can do. But if you want to go for the showstopper, you absolutely can. Oh yes, and the bonus buy, which is still available for you, bottom of your screen, for the Duet ink pads. Now this was going to contradict. No, I'm not contradicting myself here because at the time, no, I'm not, because at the time when we did this, this was, I think, the best bonus buy bundle, and now we've done the refillable tape pens. But your bonus buy is your Duet ink pad full collection for half the price on screen. So £50 or $70 becomes £25 or $35 becomes £20 or $28. You're getting all of those for half price, but you need to put them in the same cart as your showstopper collection. I won't bother going through those in too much detail because I know we've only got an hour, but that's the bonus buy bundle. Go individually, yes. Just go for the collection, yes. Go for the showstopper and get the bonus buy bundle, yes. But let's get going. Let me know in the comments if you're crafting along. Also, let me know if you have any questions at any point you want to fire at Debbie, and do let us know if you're shopping for today's brand new launch as well. That is still available. Shop the day for all of the details. Right, I've rabbited enough. I hopefully haven't taken away too much time from Debbie, and hopefully we're going to get it done before 6 o'clock.
Yes, absolutely. Of course we are. It is a nice, simple one, so don't feel fretful at all. And the good thing is you can go back and watch it, or you can pause me and catch up later on. Right, the one we're using is the Happy Butterflies. Now, if you haven't seen these before, or maybe you're just watching to see whether you maybe should go for these, they have fast become my favourite things, because not only do I love die cutting, I love embossing, and to include both of them, not in the usual way, in a completely different way, is just fabulous. What's brilliant about these is you get your stamp as well, so I love that you're getting a sentiment with these, and don't feel like you've just got to use the sentiment with this with the one it comes with. You can mix and match them, so you can use whichever one you want to, but we've put one in, and each one of these, each 3 of them, will fit into this rectangle. Now with the dies themselves, you've got your outside cutting edge, so we're going to use that first, and then you've got your outside die as well, or your inside cutting edge, should I say. This will cut into your cardstock and cut out, and then you've got your middle piece as well. So we're going to be using all of these before we get to our embossing. So first of all, let's take our card. So we're going to just take a piece of this, and I'm going to trim this down just to fit around this piece. So we'll just trim that one down like so. Oh, actually, no, don't need to trim them down because we're going to just cut both of them. I don't know why I said that. We need to cut both on there. I think at home I used my Gemini Junior plates, which is why I cut a bit of card down, which was making me think to do that. But actually, if you've got the Gemini machine, like we've put down, you can cut both pieces at the same time. Now, we are going to use this one, but I'm going to cut this afterwards just because I don't want it to slip, and I think it's a lot easier to do it afterwards. And because we are crafting in real time, it's not like we have one ready to use. So we want to make sure that we do it all perfect first time. And I said that. Why did I say that? I'm going to jinx myself saying do it perfect every time, first time. But yes, we're going to run those through. So that's going to cut both pieces. This is your outside edge, or I say outside, it is the outside edge, but this piece, it's very dirty, this machine. It's got loads of little off pieces, cuts in there, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. This piece is going to be the back of your card, so I'm going to pop that to the side. Then we've got this one here, and keep your Gemini plates because we're going to die cut the middle section as well. So we're just going to take this one out of the die, so just slowly release that out, like so, and then just make sure that you haven't got any lingering little pieces. So just take those ones and try not to, I mean, we could have done this two ways, Ben. We could have actually inked our card before we put it through.
Yeah.
But I always think you sort of end up wasting a lot of ink. And also the ink then transfers onto your dies and you would have to wash your dies. So actually doing it this way just means that you don't have all of that. Now, what we're going to do now, I want this middle section. So we're going to put our middle die over the top. And we're going to get some low tack tape. Now be really careful with your low tack tape because I don't want it very sticky. I want this to actually not stick to my card because I want to use this inside piece. That's the piece that we're going to use to actually stamp down onto. So I just like to put some of onto my skin because the oils, just your natural oils on your skin, will stop it from sticking too much.
Oh, Trish is crafting along with us. Trish Listel, by the way, she's just messaged. So that'd be quite nice if we get time at the end.
Very nice.
Show your makes.
Well, Trish, just let me know if I'm going too fast or you want to recap. It's all pretty straightforward, which is good. I just thought it'd be really nice to show how you can either just make this into a topper or you can actually make it into a freestanding card. I like making freestanding cards out of the dies themselves because it adds something very different to what we would normally send to someone, which is a normal card die, a normal card with the dies on top. Right, so that's taken that one out. And I'm just going to be really gentle because, like I say, I don't want to rip that because I want to use that. And our low tack tape becomes quite embedded into the card just because of the power of the Gemini, really. So let's just take that one away. So there we go, nice and gentle. And actually, if you do find that your tape has just caught a little bit, don't worry too much about it. It's not going to really affect anything. Just got a little bit there. Right, so that gives us all our die cutting. And that gives us our middle section. So this is going to be onto the front. Now what we want to do, we want to create another frame. So we're going to take this die again, another piece of card, and we're going to cut that again. Like so, and run that one through.
Whilst you're running through, we can say hi to Kendall, who's joined us, and All Things Wonderful, who says, I haven't commented for a while. I had lost my mojo for crafting, but lately I've made some orders for cards, gift bags and boxes, and I'm now feeling a bit more motivated due to Crafter's Companion.
Ah, love that. Thank you so much.
That must happen now and again that you get a bit stuck in a rut and lose your mojo.
Oh, absolutely. We all do that. I do that as well. Whenever I do it, Ben, I always go on to places like Pinterest.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then and the other thing I've done recently, I've gone through and just looked at some old and past craft-alongs, just to see what sort of projects there are. Yeah. Because we have so much on YouTube.
It's all there, isn't it? All the videos.
There. Yeah, absolutely, which is really nice to see. Right, the next thing we want to do, this piece is going to mat and layer over the top. So this is really important. Make sure you get it the right way round. Because what I want to do now, before we do anything, we want to cut that middle section out. So all I'm going to do is hover that there So that's going to go onto the top, and then we're going to slide this in. Now I'm doing it all separate. I know it seems strange, but I didn't want to warp my card. So the reason I did it separately is for that reason, so it wouldn't warp if I cut through 2 pieces. And I'm just going to, and it's not going to matter if this is not spot on, because you've got an outside white edge and you can maneuver that about. But if you can see, we've got pretty much the same sort of frame all the way round. And then we're just going to take some tape and take that one down. Now this time I'm not too worried, because the middle section of that we're just going to disregard.
Okay.
So I'm just going to make sure I hold that into place without moving and take that away, and then we're just going to place our tape onto there to cut out, because we're actually using this as the front of our card still, and then we're going to place that in and die cut that piece out.
Okay.
Just like that.
Carletta's joined us. Hello to Doreen, who says hello everybody from the Netherlands. And hi to Stephanie, who's joined us saying good afternoon everyone from sunny Farmingdale that's New Jersey, isn't it, Farmingdale?
Very nice. New Jersey.
New Jersey.
I can't wait till the summer now, Ben.
Summer?
I'm really ready for the summer.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too.
She said it was a sunny day, Nicola.
Yeah, sunny day, New Jersey. But I always think, like, because our clocks go forward on the 31st of March, so last weekend, I always think then that's when the weather starts to get
So it's Easter
better.
then this year.
Yeah, Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Easter weekend, clocks go forward. Well, you have to buy me another Easter egg, says Nicola. Probably.
We're in on Friday. Good Friday.
We are in on
Yes.
Good Friday. That is not Easter egg, Easter Sunday's Easter egg day.
But we won't be here, so
But
I
we
think,
can exchange
I think
gifts.
Easter, so I think that is an Easter egg day.
Are we all going to buy... Why don't we do
Although
a secret...
I can't have Easter eggs, so don't anyone buy me an Easter egg.
What could you have as a replacement?
Can you get that? No, hang on a minute.
A Cheester egg.
A cheese Easter egg.
Cheester egg.
Is that true? Is that true? Because I love cheese. I love cheese.
A Cheester egg, yeah.
A Cheester egg.
Isn't that true?
If there isn't one, can you make me one? Can we mould cheese around,
Yeah.
like, a Cheester egg?
What could you... So you could have cheese, right? You could have
Yes, so full fat cheese, yes,
right.
I can have.
What else could you have as a replacement?
Just not anything with sugar or salt. No sugar. No
okay.
sugar.
So we could do... yeah, okay. A cheesy cheese selection for you. There is a cheese Easter egg.
Oh.
Review? Okay, well, we'll look into it. What I was thinking was, team that are together on the Friday, rather than doing Secret Santa, we could do Secret Easter Bunny. Couldn't we?
Oh,
And
yes.
buy eggs.
I love that. Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Easter egg.
Oh, yeah, we can do a draw this week. Oh, I love that idea. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll do it.
Yes.
Done. Decided.
That sounds good. Right, I've got my soft heather, lemon meringue and sailor's wake. So I'm going to start off with the soft heather, and we're going to use this on the bottom. But like I say, you can use any colours that you want to. I'm just going to literally dab my ink application tool, and we're just going to go over our inked die cut. So literally inking that one up.
Keep the comments coming through. If you want to ask Debbie any questions, feel free to. If you want to let us know what you're up to today, let us know what you've been shopping for. As I said, I know we're here obviously concentrating on the Embossed Frames showstopper, but we do have that brand new launch for you today as well. Who's picked that up? Have you bought it yet? Are you buying it now? The Illusion film is here. Very, very busy for that showstopper. And of course, you've got all of those extra films that you can buy today as well. I know loads have been selling very, very quickly individually. It's been a fun day actually we've had here. And I've loved it because that song from the H's by Imagination has been ringing out because I've used it on a few stories. And you put it on a story earlier on as well, didn't you?
I did, yes.
It's just an illusion.
Cracking song, that is.
It's a great song.
It's a tune, that is.
It's a great song. But it's a great collection, and I would, and you probably were here earlier on anyway, but if you weren't, go back and watch launch earlier because Debbie had some fantastic ideas for you in that 2-hour show. And if you can't be bothered to go back and watch it, just stick on Graphics TV 24/7 because apparently that show is being replayed in 40 minutes time because we're only here for the hour.
Oh, get home early. We can watch Sarah tonight.
Oh yeah. What time's that? It's 9 o'clock BBC, isn't it? Can you guys in the US access the BBC? Do they have like? Can you? They can't get. You can't get iPlayer over there, can you? So I wonder. So you couldn't watch it. You can't watch it on TV. Unless someone hosts a watch party or something, maybe. I don't know how it all works. Jamie, you can't say that. Jamie's talking about trying to watch it illegally. That's outrageous.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's what's on tonight on the BBC here in the.
Or just watch Sarah's socials. I'm sure she'll have it on there.
Yeah, she might be doing a watch party. You never know.
Oh yeah, she might be.
Yeah, but that's tonight, and then it's the actual comic relief on Friday. So there we go.
I like comic relief. I mean, it's tinged with a lot of sadness because obviously it's all for good causes, but it's very funny, isn't it?
Is it? It's not obviously the last one, but it's Lenny Henry's last one, isn't it, this year?
Oh, is it? Is he not doing it anymore?
I think. Well, they were doing like a big interview with him and like looking back on the years that he's done it, because it was his idea with Richard Curtis. Is that right?
Oh, I didn't realise it was someone else. I thought it was just.
Yeah, it was those two that sort of came up with the initial idea. I used to love it at school because they had that you could wear your red nose to school, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And then through the years they used to change. Yeah, well, that's the thing. They used
Yeah,
to, the
because
red
they
noses
were
used to change,
plastic
but they used to hurt,
Yeah,
didn't they?
you used to have to pinch them to put them on your nose.
Yeah, and you'd walk around the whole day talking like this, and then the teachers couldn't understand
Well,
what you were
I'm
saying.
a bit older than you lot, and they didn't have Red Nose Day in my day at
Back
school.
in my day,
Oh, dear. I just remember the different ones.
How long has it been going for?
98. Oh, I'm sure it was the late 80s, wasn't it? Mid to late 80s.
So 86 I left school.
86.
Yeah. don't grimace at me.
No, I didn't grimace. Because I always think you're the same. 1988 it was. February the 5th, 1988.
Right, yeah.
Because I always assume like you and I are the same age. I still can't believe that you are the age you are. It doesn't compute
I'm
in
an
my
old
mind.
girl. I keep, bless Jamie. I do keep thinking about it lately, thinking, oh my God, I'm 55 this year.
I can't believe
and I
that.
keep thinking, that's like halfway between 50 and 60. So I'm going to be in my 60s.
I
It seems
genuinely mean it when
bonkers.
I say you should be my side of 50. I genuinely mean that.
I still feel like I'm in my 40s. Although
Yeah.
I have to say, I love being in my 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
What's so good about being 50?
I think I got to 50 and
Jamie, don't laugh. You'll be 50 one day, Jamie. You'll be 50 one day.
I got to 50 and then I felt like I didn't care, which sounds awful. I don't mean I don't, because I'm a really caring person, but I felt like things didn't bother me so much. So I didn't let the small things get to me. I mean, I am a crybaby, honestly. I used to cry everything. I'd be talking to someone, they'd say something sad and I would just cry. I used to be terrible. I think I've got a bit more hard. I still cry and I cry with people, but I just feel like I've got a bit hardened to things. If I'm upset by something or someone's upset me, I don't really let it get to me. I sort of try and have a big moan about it and then don't sweat the small stuff. Yeah, park it away.
Yeah.
And I'm very good at just forgetting about it then. I don't dwell on things. I think that's probably what it is. I don't dwell on anything now I've got, you know.
I think
And I've had one of them lives where I've been divorced twice, which is not, I'm not proud of that, but I don't personally feel like it's my fault. But I just feel like it's just made me stronger in who I am today. So.
I think as you get older, you become more wiser, don't you? And you don't let things, like you said, that used to bother you that you used to get uptight and anxious about. You just think nothing's ever as bad as it seems.
No, not at all. And also, I count myself a very lucky person. I have amazing friends and family around me, so, and work colleagues, which I'm proud to call my friends, which is so nice.
Amen to that.
Yes, definitely. Right, if you've inked it up now, you can see you've got your die cut, which actually is beautiful on its own. And this is what we would have years ago. Or we'd have a stamp to stamp over the top. Now we've got an embossing folder that embosses all the detail into that, which is just truly beautiful. So all we're going to do with this one, I think we're going to emboss it. Shall we just have a little short break there?
Yeah.
Let everyone catch up with their inking, just in case it took anyone a little bit longer. And then we'll do some embossing, we'll do the stamping, and we've also got some silver gilding wax that we're going to apply once we've embossed as well. So we'll do that coming up.
Nice one. Thank you everyone for the comments coming through. Lynn is saying, I had a field day shopping the launch today. What is going to be launching on Friday? Well, Friday's Softcraft, of course. You've got 2 Softcraft launches with the lovely Becky. So you've got turned edge applique templates first, and then you've got bag template second. 2 2-hour shows this Friday. I want to know as well, those of you that have been shopping the launch, who's bought the most extra films? That's what I want to know. Who has got the most, and which colour have you gone for, which is your favourite? I'll just go through this fairly swiftly because we've only got 35 minutes left on the show. So the Illusion Film collection, let's just do that. The collection brings you all of the dies, first of all, all right? So, and this is notwithstanding all the dies that you already have, right? So you've got you've got all of the dies right here, which you can obviously use the Illusion Film with, but anything that's got an aperture, so if you've got any other floral dies, any other butterfly dies at home, then you've got the ability to be able to use those too. But these are just brilliant, and you're just going to have so much fun with them. Look at the Illusion Film. Look how that changes when the light hits. Just incredible. As I say, we are only just going to spend a couple of minutes looking at these here, but you can see and get the full kind of effect and appreciation of these if you go back and watch the full show, or indeed you can stay with us on CTV 24/7. We will be looking at these in more detail straight after the show with the repeat of the launch. My 2 favourite here have got to be those stunning angel wings, and then that church window as well, which I just think is absolutely incredible. So all of those dies you're going to get, plus you get your 4 4-metre rolls of Illusion Film. This one here being the Tropical Sunset. You're also going to get the stunning Coral. Don't get confused with the names of these, but they are the right colours, even though you might beg to differ. Then you're also going to get your Seashell. And then last, but by no means least, you have got your Opal, which has been the most popular. The collection is £56 or $72. If you want the Showstopper collection, you can go for that as well. Well, that gives you a load of other extra stuff. £63 or $90 worth of stuff for just £30 or $40. Right. Let's get back to Debbie. Are we on time to finish on time?
Yes, all good, yes. Good. Yeah. I thought we'd have a little break because we've got plenty of time. So, right, so let's pop this one in. So we're gonna, now the best way to do this, rather than match it up to the bottom where you can't see very well, and in fact, if I just bring in a piece of black card, you'll be able to see it better. But you still, it's really hard to line that up. So the best thing to do is to take the front of the folder and actually, and it's the reason I like to colour it first, because you can really see where you're lining it up. So literally place it into those grooves all the way down, like so. Once you, there we go, I think that's perfect. Once you've got it in there, take your hands down to the bottom and then close the top. And while you're still holding it, just take your fingers away. So that will keep nicely inside, and you can see that's perfectly in line with our design. And then all we're going to do, now this is a 3D embossing folder, so we're going to start off with our plastic shim, our magnetic shim, then we're going to put our folder on top, then we're going to place our top plate on the top there, and then run that through. Now, if you keep it all nice as you're putting it through like that and making sure you don't move it, it will emboss perfectly in the same place.
Yeah.
You could always put a little tiny bit of tape on the end, but it's really not needed. And then when we take this one out, Look at that. All that beautiful detail is then embossed into the design.
Such a brilliant system, isn't it?
It's so good. I just
So
love
clever.
them. I think it's beautiful. And it's nice just to use this embossing folder. The dies are just nice to use on their own, but used together, they're absolutely perfect. Then all we're going to do now is take some of our silver. You can use whichever colour you want. I've thought the silver would look nice on these. And apologies, I've just realised I looked at my sample and it's a different colour purple. I used a different colour. I used the soft heather and I used the Merlon, the something Merlon.
A Merlot, the
Merlot. Can't think what it was called now.
It's called Vintage Merlot.
Vintage Merlot, that's the one, yes. So yes, sorry, it's a different colour, just in case anyone's thinking theirs might be a different colour, because the shopping list would have said
I'm
that.
glad you're using the gilding wax, because Christine's just asking what type of card you should use with gilding wax. Will it go on most card gilding wax?
Oh yeah, gilding wax goes on everything, Ben.
Yeah,
absolutely everything. It's just one of those mediums that's amazing. So originally, if you didn't know, I know you do, Ben, anyone out there, it was invented for wood.
Yeah.
Pebio's a French company and they used it on wood. It was for furniture makers, and it's great for picture frames and mirrors and all that sort of thing. And when you buff it, it buffs to this amazing shine, but it makes it then non-transferable, so it doesn't transfer onto anything. So it's incredible stuff. But you can put it onto any cardstock, whether it's watercolour or multi-purpose, black cardstock. You can even put it onto like coated cardstock. So if you did want to, you could put it onto Centura Pearl, your mirror cardstock, anything like that where you want to add a different tone. Great on mirror cardstock if you're embossing, say, a gold mirror card and you want to put silver on the top. On the embossed detail, that's going to look amazing.
Yeah.
It goes beautiful on black cardstock. Now what you'll see I'm doing, I always use my middle finger. A lot of people use their first finger. I know, and that's why I try and keep my hand flat because of the finger that I use. But that's the finger that I find I have the least pressure with.
I was just, because
Are you testing out which finger
because when
would
we,
your
on another
least
channel,
pressure?
when we used to do like makeup and stuff, it was that finger.
Oh, you would do that one?
Thought that's what they,
that one.
Because the lightest touch on that one. But you use your middle finger.
Yeah,
Not
no,
your
I
index
use the
though,
middle
because
one.
you have more.
I feel like I've got more control with my middle finger, not the other ones. So Craig uses his
index finger.
So so whatever takes your fancy. So, and literally, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you put too much on, but less is more. So you want to put a really slight amount on, and you can see I've put quite a bit on there because I really love the silver. And then all I'm going to do is use a wet wipe, so that will take it off. So the good thing is it will come off your fingers. And it will come off of wherever you've put it onto. Just make sure it's either a wet wipe or a wet cloth to take it away, because if it dries, it'll be harder to get off. Now, once you've done that, just going to take away the wetness. We're going to buff it.
Okay.
So I'm just using, now you can use a cloth, which is better, or if you've got a good quality kitchen towel, and I mean good quality, and some kitchen towels are quite flimsy and they flake, they give lots, like a tissue. A good quality one will allow you to buff without any of those little pieces coming off. But be careful now, because we're actually buffing this onto our design, you don't want to rip it. So I'm just making sure that I've got my fingers on each side, and I'm not rubbing down really harshly. But this is really, I mean, I don't know if we can see this, but look at the shine that you're getting
you can.
on
When you
there.
wiggle
Look
it like
at
that, you can. That's amazing.
How amazing is that? It's almost just adding that gilding on top at very little effort. So buffing it is really good, but not also the shine. It's good because it then makes it non-transferable. Yeah, this is coming up absolutely gorgeous. And you can see it's coming off on here. So when you get to there, just turn it round so you're not getting off all little particles. Just stops it getting so messy. And then it's just a case of keep shining that up. And the more you do it, the more it just becomes like amazing. Look at that.
So good.
It's amazing, isn't it? So it's really worth that little bit of effort to put the gilding wax on top.
Yeah. Perfect.
So I'll just keep buffing on here to get all that shiny.
All Things Wonderful says, could you cut and emboss acetate, then use gilding wax to create a unique design?
Yes, absolutely.
That would look amazing,
It
that.
would look amazing, yeah. You'd probably need to put it onto some darker card for it to shine through. But yeah, you would absolutely be able to do
Great
that.
idea.
With this, though, you wouldn't be able to cut it though, Ben. So you wouldn't be able to cut this die through acetate.
Right.
You might be able to because the die, no, it's got little swells in it. Now when it's got swells, you don't want to, that's not going to cut through acetate.
Okay.
But you could emboss a sheet of acetate to get that frame design,
Yeah.
and you'd still be able to get that one. So yes, you could do that with the gilding wax, but not with this design.
Okay.
So we're just round to our last piece.
Kendall's just messaged saying she's just got her order from HSN, which had the illusion film and dies, and the tags as well, which we launched here, of course, on Thursday. They sold out very quickly.
Have they sold out?
Not here on HSN. On HSN.
I was getting worried then because we've got them tomorrow night.
Yeah. For you, we've still. I mean, we haven't got huge quantities here because it was very busy on Thursday, but we do still have stock. Kendall's going to have a play later on today. Do make sure you tag us in any of your makes as well. We'd love to see, particularly if you've done anything with the illusion film as well. We do want to see, and in fact, we will look at a picture very shortly, I've just been told.
Amazing.
Exciting.
So once you've done that, then you've got, look at that. I mean, it's so pretty, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Right, now let's put our card together and then we'll do some stamping.
Okay.
So you've got your two bits from earlier. So you've got your main card blank, which is the bottom piece. Then you've got your piece that goes over the top. Now, make sure that you've got it the right way up. So that's the only thing I would say is when you're putting it together. So we know that that's going to go over the front, so that's perfect. And then this is going to go over the top. But what we want to do is score a line into this one.
Okay.
So we're going to grab our score tool. And all I'm going to do is pop this to the end here, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch. Well, in fact, I'm going to come in at 3/4 of an inch on this one. Sorry, not 1/2 inch. So just coming down here. We don't need a lot. We just need that one little line that comes down the top there. And that's at 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
And then that then is going to stick just onto that top section. So what we're going to do is bring in our dotty tape pen. That's why we've got a dotty one. And we're going to just add those dots to the top. So first of all, I'm just going to go along that line, because the one thing I don't want to do, I don't want it to go over. We want to keep it on that piece. So I'm making sure I've got plenty there. And then when we pop that on, I mean, that fits perfectly. So line it up at the bottom, because you can sort of hold that into place. And then you'll know that when you get to the top, that's in the perfect position. And then I turn it over, grab your scoring tool again, and you're just going to burnish that down. So that's not going to go anywhere. And I'm just going to heat that up a little bit, because the more you heat that, the more tacky that glue underneath becomes, because this now is our card blank. So because of that piece at the back where we've scored it, that will now move forward, or that piece will move back, see, and then you've got your freestanding card blank.
Love that.
I know, which is really nice and simple, isn't it? So, and you could do that with all of those, so whichever designs that you do. Next, we want to do is to pop this one in the centre on the top. And to do this one, I want to use some foam pads, because I don't want it completely flat. If I was to glue all of this, it would flatten out my design. So all I've got myself some circles from our foam pads. I think these were from the smaller ones. And I'm literally just going to place one on each of the butterflies.
Okay.
So just popping them inside. And on this one, I'm just going to put a couple on. So we've got one on each wing. Just better make sure I've allowed myself enough first before I put any extras on. I think I've got plenty here. So just, so they don't have to be circle, they could be just your little square ones. Yeah, we've got plenty. So I can go back in and fill the ones that I've missed. There we go. And that's
You've got
all
more
I'm
foam
gonna
pads
do.
over there. There seemed to be a bit of a shortage the other day of foam pads.
There's a shortage of foam pads.
Yeah. Well, I thought there was the other day. I went over looking for some, and
They're in a box now, right on the end. See that green box on the end? I know they're there because I sorted them all
well, I
out.
know you organised it all, didn't you?
Yeah, look, they're all in there.
Ah, well, there you go. You see,
Didn't look in the box, did you?
it doesn't hit him in the face.
In fact, that's the little box that that's the green cardstock that I used the other day, today. Yeah, there you go. They're there, you just didn't look.
You smell nice.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's got a waft as I walk past.
That's a bit of a funny story, actually, my perfume. I've always got a story.
Always got a story.
It's not a dog story, though.
Thank
We've already
goodness for
told
that.
that one today.
Don't want any more of your stories that we had in the break.
No, this is a funny one. So I'm not even sure if I told it. I might have told it. So Al, I was running out of one of my favourite perfumes, so he decided to buy me one. So Valentine's morning, he gave me a present. And we don't normally spend a lot on Valentine's, just like we normally have a nice meal. And it took me all the heart to tell him that he bought me an aftershave of it.
An aftershave?
He bought me the male version of my perfume.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant.
So he ended up keeping it and then buying me another one. So we've got little matching robots because they're robot perfumes. They're not robots. Yeah, they're...
Is that like Jean-Paul Gaultier?
Yes. It's a Paco Rabanne.
Oh, Paco Rabanne.
Yes, and they're the little robots, Femme, and his one is Phantom.
Oh, Phantom.
Phantom and Fame. Phantom and Fame. So we've got Femme, yes. We've got matching robots now, yeah.
Matching. I had the same sort of problem at Christmas when Laura told me she wanted this perfume. It was called La Vie est Belle, Lancôme, I think it was.
I've got another story I haven't told you as well.
So I went along thinking, and I went to to Boots, and I was like, oh, I need La Vie est Belle, my wife's asked for. Little did I know that there were about 5 different types
ones.
of, oh my goodness me. I was in there for half an hour, like doing all the little sniff tests that they do. I got the right one, more by luck than judgment.
So this will really make you laugh. I've got to tell this story. I've got time. At Christmas, so on one of the websites where you can order perfume from, they do a personalised service.
Oh, yeah.
So you can have an inscription on the back. So I got 2 perfumes for my daughters. So I got one for Poppy, one for Kyra. So I just put to my beautiful Poppy, love mum, and to my beautiful Kyra, love mum. And Poppy opened hers up, and on the back of hers said, "Happy birthday, love Mike's."
Love what? Mike?
Mike's, as in Michael. So,
they put the wrong one in there.
They put the wrong one, but because I hadn't checked, because they were all wrapped, she said it's a good job, like Brian didn't think it was a secret present from somebody.
That is so funny.
She thinks it's hilarious. What was more hilarious is that Kyra opened hers up and it said to Poppy.
Is that true?
Yes,
that's brilliant.
True. But Poppy wanted the one she had and Kyra wanted her one. So Poppy's got, Kyra's got Poppy's and Poppy's got Kyra's
That is
one.
so funny.
Yeah, it was really funny. So we kept it. And actually what I should have done was complained because someone said from Mike's has got from Mum to put to Kyra. So,
oh yeah, exactly. So that's floating around somewhere.
But I'm sure I probably could have got my money back because of the miss.
Yeah.
But we left it because she wanted the perfume, which is funny. I've always got a story. Right, stamping time. So this is the piece that come out from the inside of our card. So just going to pop that on there, and then we're just going to stamp this using.
We're nearly done, aren't we?
Nearly done, yes. I've just got some gems. We've just got some ribbon to put on. I wanted to make sure that we kept it within the time frame and it didn't feel rushed at all and that everybody could keep up with it. And actually it was more to show you just how you can make that card blank more than anything else. And that's what's nice about having that hour. So we're then just going to pop this into place. So just like so. The reason I love... Oh, it's stuck.
Uh-oh. There you go.
I think that's moved because I always put that on a straight line. So I'm just going to pop that back. And before I do anything, I'm just going to make sure that's down because it's a new, no one's used this one. It's brand new.
Oh.
Just going to make sure, yep, that's in the perfect position. So I've just used Nor Black here in my alcohol proof. At home I had used the quick drying ink. So it's just a black dye. You can use whichever one you want. I like the quick drying because for the fact that it does dry really quick. So I'm just making sure we ink that up thoroughly, and then we're going to make sure we get that the right way. Make sure you let it settle and then always press down in the cross. That's my biggest tip on the stamping platform, because then if you want to go in again, so like there, I think we could stamp that a little bit better. We can then go in again and know that we're going to stamp it in the right place each time. So it's just because it was a new stamp. Normally when it's stamped a couple of times, it will stamp first time beautifully. These are really lovely stamps. Let it settle. Again, push down in that cross and then just stamp down. And that way you get that perfect stamp in, and I'm happy with that one. So let's pop that on. So we're going to bring this one back in, and obviously that fits completely back into that section. But this time what I want to do is use a wet glue, because we want to make sure that we have that sort of wiggle room.
Yeah.
So I'm just using some tacky glue, and we're just going to pop that on the back. And the reason I mean that is because even though it's going back in that section, I want it to stay through. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue on, just going to pop that round the edges. And then we're just going to place that right in the centre there.
Lovely.
And then while that's there, without moving it, I'm going to just turn that out, so we can then make sure that that goes down. And the reason I do that, because you don't want any glue coming into this part and sticking anywhere. You want it to make sure it goes on that piece. So that's perfectly formed there. And then what we're going to do is bring in some gems. So I've already tied my bow, so I've just tied myself a little ribbon, which is a little bit of a different colour to what I had, because we use a different purple. But I actually quite like this one. It's really nice. And we're just going to use some gems to finish off. So let's just I'm going to grab some tweezers. So let me just reach over for my tweezers.
We've got some lovely comments coming through just whilst you're searching. Stephanie says, Debbie, I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day yesterday. And Ben?
Oh, thank you. Do you know what? I had such a nice, I can't even, oh, there it is, poke it all. I had such a lovely Mother's Day. We went round my youngest daughter and she cooked. We had gammon and picky bits and salad and bread and potatoes. It was really nice. And I was spoilt rotten, so it was really lovely.
She says, Ben, I hope Laura did too. She did. And happy belated Mother's Day to everyone that's celebrated. And on the subject of eggs, apparently Morrison's do a cheese egg. So Karen also says you could get a cheese Easter egg last year from Butler's Farmhouse Cheeses, but they're not making it this year. But you can get an alternative called Black Sticks Easter Wedge. I don't know what that says. Weg Edge, £4. Go to Morrison's, they do a cheese egg. Do you know what? Having found out that they now do cheese Easter eggs, I think I'd probably prefer a cheese Easter egg to a chocolate one. I love cheese. So whoever gets either of us two in the secret Easter bunny, gonna have to.
Are you not eating chocolate as well then, Ben?
No, I like chocolate, but I think now I know that they do cheese Easter eggs. I'm much more of a savoury person than sweet, so I'd rather have a big lump of cheese than a big lump of chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely. Cheese or chocolate, cheese every time.
Yeah, oh.
Love
my
cheese.
downfall, really.
Cheese.
Cheese, love cheese. Oh, love it. And then my daughter moved to Downham Market, and they've got a lovely big cheese shop there. Oh, so good.
Cheese.
So we always end up spending a fortune on cheese there.
Yeah, I'm one of these who quite happy just walk past the fridge and just like take a massive slab of the cheese off and just walk around the house with just a big chunk of cheese. Baby bells are a good option actually, but they're just a bit expensive, I think. Baby bells are a bit expensive, I think, for what they are. But you know, it is portable cheese.
Portable cheese, I love that.
Yeah.
Life would be dull without portable cheese. Right, I'm going to use some Colour all-purpose glue.
Yeah.
I finished really early, haven't I?
It's all right. We can give people time to check the baskets out, and we can have a final recap.
And then we're just going to place that
Lovely.
just at the bottom there. And there we go. There's our freestanding card. And there we go.
That is brilliant. And of course, you can recreate that with this collection, the Embossed Frames. Available still, £52 or $68 if you want to go for the Showstopper collection. We're going to have a quick break. We're going to give you an opportunity to check out your baskets, and when we come back, we will do a quick little roundup because we are nearly out of time. And we can also tell you what's coming up tomorrow as well, because we've got another brand new launch as part of our Launch-A-Palooza. So we'll tell you all about that after this quick break. Here's Becky Swan.
Hi, I'm Becky. I'm the soft craft expert for Crafter's Companion. I've always crafted. I think because my parents worked at Shepperton Studios, I grew up at Shepperton. They were always working, so my holidays and my weekends and my evenings were spent at the studios, and I just sort of sit around with the other artists, and they'd give me a bit of clay to play with or some fabric. So I was always making things, and there were a couple of children around the same sort of age, and we just used to make clothes for our Cindy dolls. I'm flighty with my crafts. I want to try everything, so I go all out and I decide tomorrow I'm going to be doing candle making, and I buy all the stuff and I make candles, and then I lose interest and I move on to the next thing. I want to be able to have a little go at all sorts of crafts, and I've always been like that ever since I was a small child, so I think I can turn my hand and give anything a go. My craft inspiration, I think a lot of that comes from the internet, looking online, being able to watch sort of artists producing bits and pieces, as well as sort of just general crafters. But a lot of my inspiration came from sort of my mum and my mum's friends, which were all sort of great designers and people that created all sorts of different things. The Crafters TV audience have been so kind to me. So when I first started, and I've not been here a huge amount of time, and I've done a little bit of presenting, I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in, you know, we see the same people, and we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made and when they've been inspired by the shows. I think that's great. My biggest achievement, when I put it on social media, I said that I was more proud of this than I was when I had my children. It's when I won a Demo of the Week. I was just absolutely gobsmacked that I'd won Demo of the Week. I don't often win Demo of the Day, so to win Demo of the Week, I was really, really super excited. Oh God, I can't give you the gossip because I promised that I wouldn't give any of the gossip away, but it is great. Lots of us stay overnight in a house here, which is brilliant because we all get to know each other on a real personal kind of level rather than just colleagues. So it's a really great atmosphere, and there's so much to learn from all of these people that I work with. So I feel really quite blessed to be part of this. And it is a happy family, I have to be honest.
Thank you everybody for checking out your baskets. Welcome back. Loads of love for the project as well. Bethan saying, gorgeous Debbie. Jessica Stricker saying, wonderful card. And Lynn Morton says, beautiful card. Thank you, Debbie. Read the cheese versus, I mean, this is going on now, the socials. Cheese or chocolate? Susie says, you're already sweet enough, her Ben. Yes, that is obviously the reason why. Shadai says, right now I am nibbling cheese and biscuits. Has anyone noticed? Cheese and biscuits doesn't really seem to be a thing anymore, does it? Like, as a choice for a dessert after a meal.
So we have an ongoing
really
argument in our house. Is cheese a dessert? It's not a dessert. A dessert is sweet. They have to put it on the menu at some point. So it's an afters. It's another course. But it's not a dessert, because a dessert is sweet. There's no other dessert that's not sweet.
No, I'm not trying to prove rock, but it's always down as a...
Yeah, see, I don't think it's a dessert.
But I say, whatever it is, whether it's a dessert or whether it's an after meal, bring it back.
It's delicious.
Because you don't see it often enough. The fourth course. Yeah. And Lynn Morton says, I would eat both since I love both. Beautiful card, says Lynn. And Shadai says, stunning card, Debbie. We're going to have a look at a couple of pictures before we go, and then a few final finished samples with Debbie. Oh, Linda's been busy with the fantasy film. Yes! Look at that. I think, have you cut out pretty much all of them there, haven't you? You've got all the different
amazing.
Flowers. Had fun doing this, says Linda. It looks like you have as well, and they look marvellous. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Linda. More fantasy film pics, please. And, oh, here we go. Mary's got a picture from Cartload on Thursday. Everyone got a free picture and a free dog as well. What's that? Oh, no, we didn't give the dog away. That's just Mary's dog.
Look at the dog. I meant to see the dog.
It was a free picture and a free dog with every order.
It dropped its toy to look at that picture.
Yeah. That is. Does it say what the dog's called, Nicola? Does it say what the dog's called? Alpha. Oh, we've seen Alpha before. Yes, we have. Alpha, absolutely brilliant. And Mary, I'm so glad you got your signed picture as well. That is brilliant. Thanks for sending the pictures in. And do make sure you send in more pictures this week, particularly when you get your illusion film, because obviously it was me and Sheena Wednesday, me and Becky Friday, but Tuesday, Thursday, still got me and Debbie. So we'd love to see what you get up to with your illusion films, so do send in those pics. And if you want more inspiration from this show as well, Debbie's got some finished samples with the embossed frames. It's just such a really cool idea, isn't it? Having the embossing folder interact so well with the die.
It's such an amazing idea, and actually I think these are incredibly priced considering you get those different dies, so the outside cutting edge, the die inside, the middle section, plus the stamp, plus the embossing folder, all in one kit. I think is incredible. I'm just going to show you a couple of each of the designs because they truly are beautiful. If you love painting and using your paints or your ink pads as paints, that's a really nice way to be able to get that level of embossed detail in there. I absolutely think that is gorgeous. Another one very similar but using your yellows.
Beautiful,
it's so lovely, isn't it? I think this is one of my faves. I love this leaf pattern around it. I think this would be really nice for wedding invitations if you've got like one of those sort of festival weddings that sort of in the outdoors. It's just really, I think it's beautiful, absolutely love it. But then you've got like Thanksgiving, haven't you? So you can literally use that for that. They're autumnal sort of designs. That's a beautiful card as well. Another one there from our Nicola Armstrong. This one's beautiful from Marie, just a gorgeous design. I love this style of card where you hold that middle section with your actual design itself, but a gorgeous design there. You could use your alcohol pens. This one's been coloured with your alcohol pens and looks absolutely amazing. Going to go really well with the Colour Your World paper pad.
Absolutely.
I mean, how amazing does that go with those butterflies? Absolutely love it. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful designs. And I think you'll just have a lot of fun with those. And you've not got many to choose from, just the 3.
And Trish, thank you for crafting along. Trish says, great fun to craft along with this one today. I just need to make it add my bow. Do make sure you send in your picture to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk and we will try and share that tomorrow. That was studio. I said that very quickly. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Michael Adams says, hi Ben, Stephanie's been busy, a new creation finished. I look forward to seeing that. And just loads of love for that that project and that craft along. Listen, don't forget, you can still pick up your showstopper and your brand new illusion film from today. And of course, we continue with National Craft Month. It's all about the sewing this week. So you've got yourself a code there to use. NCM Sewing gets you 30% off selected sewing and needlecraft. That's the code. There's a specific section on the website where you can check out all of the deals. But as I said, if you're not quite sure, just pop that code in at checkout. And if it applies, it will apply. So that's marvellous. It's been a brilliant day. We've really, really enjoyed it. It's been lovely to have Debbie back at Crafters TV, and we've got more tomorrow with another brand new launch, haven't we, Debbie?
Yeah, we have. It's the confetti shapes.
These
they
are amazing.
Gorgeous. Yeah, they're so lovely. If you want just some simplicity, you've got them. If you want to make something wow, you've got that as well. You've got something for everyone in them, and they're so beautiful in their designs. I know HSN, you've seen them there, and I know that they sold incredibly well. So yeah, we think it's going to be a very big day tomorrow. I love them.
It certainly will. We'll have more with the illusion film as well tomorrow. And of course, if you missed the launch of those everyday tags that we had last week, they're going to be featuring tomorrow as well. All of that and tons more on Launch Party tomorrow night from 5.
Launch loser.
You're a launch loser. We're continuing with our Launchapalooza here on, not the official name, the launch that I've given it, the Launchapalooza, with more launches than you can shake a stick at, and that is coming your way tomorrow, live at 1 and 5, which of course now is 9 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Eastern. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, thank you to all the team. What a fabulous day. Massive thank you to Debbie. We'll catch you tomorrow for more fun on our Launchapalooza.